And that was one of my favorite things, really, is like seeing other people, the women, the men, like just seeing people open up and letting their shit come through and their deepest, darkest stuff that they're holding on to, like sharing that, not holding back. And that's really when true growth happens, when you allow yourself to get to that place, going beyond surface level, really. I'm Rachel, and you're listening to the Owning Your Sexual Self podcast. Hello.
Hi.
We are back for another episode, coming off a very exciting weekend for Danny and I. First time experience. So we went to our first ever couples retreat in Austin, Texas with our mentors, which you guys have heard us talk so much about, Alexa and Jordan. And it was, what would be your one word to describe the
retreat? I would say just like full of energy. Full of energy, whether it was just overall just joy, sadness, anything that was coming up, just energy, and everyone was feeling it. Everyone.
Yeah, that was a great one word.
Sorry.
You did not understand this.
I did not, no.
I'm just kidding. No, that was
love.
Love. Yeah. So many come up, like I keep just saying, like, it was so magical, but like community, I think would be a good word to embrace it all. Yeah, love. Yeah, open-mindedness, clarity.
There's a lot of one words.
There's so much. And it's funny because so many people already, we've only been back for a few days now, and people are like, how was the retreat? And how do you even, like, that's why we're recording this podcast, because without going into full on detail, I kind of feel guilty a little bit, because people that have asked, aside from Morgan, my sister, it was like, yeah, it was great. Like, it was, I just say, like, we're coming back different humans, we're coming back different people, because without going into like the full detail, it's hard in a way to like kind of sum it all up.
Right, exactly.
So that's why we're recording this podcast, a little bit for us to kind of relive it in a way, integrate a little bit too. I'm sure will come up as we're talking here. We also have no plan whatsoever for this. Let's just record this and talk about our weekend. And yeah, and then now when people ask us, we can say, hey, listen to the episode.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out on whatever Monday is, April 31st. Do we have 31 days in April? 31st, May 1st, one of the two.
You have a calendar, but it's not updated.
I know.
Well, your flip one right there.
I know. It's okay. You guys know the podcast. You're listening to it, so it's live. That's all that matters. So, all right. So we had just a little background. So I've been to women's retreats. I've been to business retreats. I've been to a one-on-one immersion retreat for business and personal. Danny, you've been on a men's retreat. But this was our first time doing a couples retreat.
Absolutely.
Something together. And we did the couples program. So the program that we did is called Couples Goals, and that is through Sex and Love Co. That is Jordan and Alexa Bowditch run Sex and Love Co. I'm also a coach for Sex and Love Co. And they ran the program Couples Goals. And so we got to do that virtually, that virtual experience for 7 weeks. We already recorded a podcast on that. That I was trying to think, I'm like, what was the last thing that we recorded on? That was it.
Yeah.
And so there was couples that were in that experience with us. And so we already got to meet a lot of the people. So coming into the retreat last Thursday, we had known a majority of people from Zoom already. There was just one couple that is in the current Couples Goals program that you had met. Well, I guess we won't mention names. So you had met the guy on the men's retreat. And then I had just met the girl for the first time. So that was my first time meeting both of them. But everybody else, we kind of, like, we had gone through some shit already together virtually.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Yeah.
So we fly into Austin bumpy plane ride landing. Do you remember that? It was like a roller coaster. At the end, yeah, like the last 20 minutes. It was a little roller coastery. I did not appreciate it.
It's okay.
And we got to do some fun things in Austin leading up, like before we got to check into the retreat. We went to Terry Black's for the first time.
Great barbecue.
Expensive barbecue, lots of birds, not
outdoors.
My favorite outdoor experience. We'll probably sit inside next time if I ever go back. And then we got to check out, what was it called? Oddwood Brewery in Austin.
Yep.
Chose that because they had sour beers. I like sour beers.
Yeah.
And that was fun. Yeah.
More relaxing.
Oh, we first went to Magnolia Cafe though. Because,
oh my God.
So we got off the flight and we had our bags with us. So we're like, my thought was that we were going to get off the flight. We were going to go down to South Congress. We were going to drop our bags off. So this Magnolia Cafe was going to be gracious enough to let us store our bags there so that we could just kind of walk the strip. And I thought I was envisioning Magnolia Cafe as like a Starbucks. Like you're right. I don't know. You go there. I don't know what I was thinking. So we get there and it's a sit down restaurant, but we had already been planning to go to get the barbecue. Mm-hmm. So it was just a whole clusterfuck. We sat down. We're like, we're so sorry. We're actually not staying here.
Immediately ordered another Uber.
Ordered another Uber, which ended up being the same driver that had just dropped us off.
He only made it like a block and a half away.
So funny. We were straight up tourists that day. And yeah. So anyways, we had quite the little fun adventure before getting to the retreat. And then when we got to the retreat house, we were the first ones there.
Yep.
Well, another couple was there, but they had actually
stayed overnight.
They did like a VIP experience the day before. And yeah, just like walking into the house, Alexa and Jordan, like they always do it up. It's always luxurious, always beautiful.
Nice places.
Super, super nice. There's actually 2 houses that we stayed at. So our room was in the main house, the first house. We shared a room with another couple that was honestly awesome. Like I feel like we were kind of like on different timelines. We never really like interfered with each other. We still got to have our privacy. By the time we went to bed each night, they were already passed out asleep in their eye masks. So we still had.
By the time we woke up, they've already been out of bed for like an hour.
Yeah, there are people with kids.
Shout out to the Carters.
They're early risers. So, and I feel like we didn't like sleep in by any means, but yeah, they were always up before us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that first night, let's just kind of go through.
Just want to step by step it.
Yeah, just like I don't know, relive the timeline.
Yeah. Once we got there, the other couple that was already there was already in the hot tub. So just that was my first thing, like just because like travel day, we already went 8, kind of exhausted a little bit. So then it was like first thing, absolutely, I'm gonna get in the hot tub. Mm-hmm. So get changed, go right out, and just get to almost just be around people again. Mm-hmm. I've already met a lot of the guys from the other retreats. You've already met most of the women, like we already stated. So it was almost like a nice little reunion. Mm-hmm. So then as we were just in the hot tub, and then next thing you know, couples start just coming in, flying in. So then it's just like everyone's kind of, how's it going? How have you been? And then just small conversations. So then once we knew for sure one of the couples had their flight canceled. So they weren't going to get in until very late. So we kind of got things started with it was all the agreements. Mm-hmm. All the agreements that Jordan
so graciously puts together, and
right. And
it's just kind of like what happens here stays here, like what to expect, but also don't have any expectations.
Right. And it's just, but it's funny. There's just a little bit more emphasis put onto it that he likes to add on, and that makes it fun.
Yeah. And I think it sets the tone. It was like a very like nonchalant, yet we're here to get shit done sort of opening for the weekend. And then we had dinner. So that was kind of like an easy opening. All right, we're all on the same page. After every agreement, we have to say ahoski and like do this raise the roof sort of thing. That's kind of our inside joke, I guess, for the couples group. But and yeah, so then we had dinner and food the whole time, just
Catered.
Incredible.
Completely catered.
Completely catered. Have a house fairy, so there was someone that was always prepping food for us, pretty much
snacks and all the stuff.
Charcuterie boards, my favorite.
Put together.
They also bought chicken nuggets for me specifically because I'm a picky eater.
Chicken nuggets and pizza.
So I appreciate that.
Oven pizza
accommodating
for the picky one.
Yeah, gluten-free chicken nuggets.
Everything gluten-free.
Everything. Yeah, it's all conscious. Foods.
Conscious eating, like gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free.
A lot of vegan options, but we've had vegan people there, so
it was just a little bit different pace of eating, but honestly, it was all good. None of it was bad.
Yeah.
So
people listening right now are probably like, stop talking about the fucking food. Like, tell us about the spanking and the ropes and all of that stuff. We're getting there, I promise.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to make sure we do justice and give all the good behind the scenes details.
Right.
And so we do the agreements, we have dinner, and then we go into our intentions for the night. And that is where we got
intentions for the whole weekend.
Or for the whole weekend. Yes, thank you. Yeah, and that's where it got a little bit deeper. Definitely some tears in the moments there, and hearing everyone else's intentions, a lot of similarities through them. And so just feeling like, okay, I'm not alone. There's other women here that are wanting the same, other men that are here that are wanting the same. And you had to state your intention for yourself, and then also your intention for your couple, for your partnership. So that was really good for me. Gosh, now I'm like trying to think back what my intention was. I want to say my intention was to be, I said it to be fully present in that weekend and allow myself to be open and vulnerable when the moments came up. And for our relationship, understand and be able to drop in more for me into my feminine, and then helping Danny and giving him that space to be more in his masculine. So for me, that meant like letting go of a lot of control that I have, control over a lot of times things that I don't actually have control over, but I want to. Don't know if you just heard Bane in the background. Sorry about that. But yeah, so letting go of control, and part of that is being more of my feminine and just being in the flow of life, really. Yeah. Remember what yours was?
It was just about the opposite. Being more my masculine. And I can't remember what else. I can't really.
Yeah. It seems like so long ago.
I know.
Though it was just a little bit ago.
Yeah.
A couple days ago. But we did so much, literally. It just felt like we did so much. So that was Thursday night. So then we went to bed.
Yeah, and then Friday morning, bright and early.
Oh yeah.
Bright and early. 7 a.m. startup. The women did a breath work.
Well, I'll speak to the breath work.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
You guys did some crazy shit.
Yeah, so it's a, oh God, what's its name? It's like a Osho
meditation, right?
Meditation. I think there's more to it, but imagine, and we're trying, and there's dynamic. Yes. That's what it was. Osho dynamic meditation, which is an hour-long, basically ceremonial type thing. It's you had, how many of us were in there? Eight guys, and the area we had was not very big, but I'll just kind of hit you with the bullet points here. You're doing 10 minutes of heavy dragon fire breathing through, in and out of the nose. Also everyone's blindfolded. Everyone's blindfolded, so no one is actually like being able to like just concentrate on just staring at people. It's everyone's just in their own, minds, in their own bodies. So first 10 minutes of just straight in and out of your nose, constant movement. Then 20 minutes of catharsis, which is just emptying the tank of you, just screaming, whatever comes to you. It's just letting out all the frustration, all the anger, all the emotions just through voice. And that comes with, and everyone had pillows to like slam on the ground. Really at that point, that's just really just let out any frustrations. And that's 10 minutes of that, which seems crazy enough already. But then the next 10 minutes is to where everyone, you have your arms up and you aren't jumping, but you're bringing your heels.
And we're doing a calf raise.
Kind of
an abrupt
like
landing.
like a calf raise that you're dropping on the heel on your heels, to when you do that, it's almost bringing just a voice through and you're just thudding it out. So like I mean not laughing, but literally when you're hitting those heels on the ground, that's just bringing that noise out. So it's literally 10 minutes of that with your arms up in the air. And that's only halfway.
So intense already.
And there's only 2 more levels. And the next one is 15 minutes of just straight stillness with your arms still up in the air. That's 15 minutes of just standing there in silence with your arms up. Now, no one makes it through that long. That's 25 minutes of your arms just in the air, which everyone just ends up like this, or like T-Rexing it, you know. It's,
but you don't give up.
You don't give up. You just can't like let them hang. You just got to keep them there, at least. And then the last 15 minutes is just pure celebration, to where you're dancing, you're flowing, whatever comes to you in that time. So then that's the last 15 minutes. So that's just an hour of pure, like, you sweat. You are just sweat, and
there's probably so much adrenaline.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like you said, the status. I'm sure a lot of emotions come up when you're in the endurance that you have to have throughout the whole thing.
Well, and the whole thing, we're blasting a speaker.
Yeah.
And it's like tribalistic, very much like you don't feel like you're nowhere near at home. Like nowhere near in this world. You're somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's heavy.
So yeah, so the guys are in the main house doing this, and then the women have a completely opposite experience in the second house. And we started our morning. So this was like a 2-hour total time block that we had. And so we started our morning really just kind of letting out the things that we were there for, the things that we wanted to accomplish or say or kind of get off our chest that we wouldn't likely say in front of our partners. And that was nice. And I want to say for every single one of us, what we shared still ended up coming throughout the weekend. It wasn't as if we were sharing to keep anything in secret, or it wasn't anything like that. I want to make that clear. And then we went into our breathwork session. And so our breathwork session, same thing, loud music. We had the catharsis in ours, lots of breath holds and building up endurance and whatnot. And I fucking love breathwork. I'm trying to do breathwork every morning now since this retreat because I love it so much. But yeah, just really getting into your bodies and releasing, it really is what it comes down to for that session. Then we had a beautiful, delicious breakfast. And my gosh, I feel like I need to pull up our agenda, because then I'm like, what else did we do next? Was it erotic blueprint workshop next? I'm pretty sure it was erotic blueprints, because then we had Rena was the afternoon session. So we had 7 to 9 was breath work, then 9 to 11 was breakfast. We had a nice big chunk of time for breakfast.
Yeah.
And then 11 to 12:30 we had, I think it was erotic blueprints. I'm gonna pull up my phone while we're talking here, but
I thought we did one of the wagon wheels early like that too, but we did 2 separate wagon wheels.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think if we did the first one right after.
Yeah. Well, I am officially pulling up the agenda because
Okay.
I like to be on track and
In
know
in
what I'm
order.
talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we did authentic and open communication.
Which was wagon wheel. Yeah.
Yes.
Spot on.
And then we did Rena, and then we did erotic blueprints and fantasy storytelling.
Yes.
What a juicy day. So the authentic and open communication, we don't have to spend too much time on here. This is where I believe this is where Alexa gave us like her blueprint for communication, yes? Or we did the wagon wheel.
We did one of the wagon wheels.
And what a wagon wheel is an authentic relating exercise that I've done now several times. And you have an inner circle and an outer circle. And in this case, the women were in the inner circle and you're facing towards the outer circle, and the men were in the outer circle. So you're lined up across. It was started off as your partner, but then all of the men took one step to the left. And so then you're matched up with somebody else's partner. And then Alexa prompts us in some really deep things, like something I don't want you to know about me is blah, 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 blah. And you have to maintain eye contact with this person standing across from you for the entire time that you are with them. And when you're the one sharing, their responsibility on the other side is to solely listen, to hold space for you. So they're not there to problem solve. They're not there to offer guidance. Yeah.
There's really just nothing. It's just you being with that person, not having to just be like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. There's none of that. No.
Yeah. Or like reacting even, you know. So it was such a great exercise to start. Like again, that night before, we had already started to build some rapport and trust with each other. And again, for most of us, we had been on a 7-week Zoom program together, but that exercise, I think specifically, eye gazing in general is a very vulnerable exercise. To do with your partner is one thing, but then to do with basically a stranger at that point is totally different. And then to open up and share such vulnerable things. Everyone had such great takeaways after that exercise. And I remember one of the guys specifically just saying like how much closer he felt and how that opened up space for us for the rest of the weekend to be more vulnerable and to allow ourselves to go deeper within each other's presence. So, and that was one of my favorite things really, is like seeing other people, the women, the men, like just seeing people open up and letting their shit come through and their deepest, darkest stuff that they're holding on to, like sharing that, not holding back. And you know, that's really when true growth happens, when you allow yourself to get to that place, you know, going beyond surface level really. So yeah, so we did that exercise. Then we go into snack, and then we had Rena come. Rena, I will tag her Instagram in the show notes for you guys because she's definitely somebody that you need to follow. Rena is a shibari expert. Shibari is Japanese rope tying. And this was, I think for both of us, when we talked about going in with an open mind, this was going to be our challenge. I foreseen this as being our challenge because neither one of us, when we go through our want, will, won't list and we talk about our kinks and stuff, every time it comes to rope, we quickly skip over that. We're like, both just like, nah, not interested.
No.
And I think we were both genuinely mind blown at the experience and seeing how this is properly done, and the beauty behind it is what comes up for me.
Yeah, it's extremely connecting. A lot more connecting than I would have thought of. So, and also she's an expert.
Well, yeah.
So it made it look just so effortless.
Yeah. And it was, you know, it was for training purposes, but also, yeah, I didn't feel like you were sitting in a training. Like it was just such a great experience. I really wish I could go back to that and relive that. So one of the girls volunteered her time, and Rena basically showed us how to tie the ties, where to tie on the body, like walked us through doing the rope tying. And it was, again, just like beauty is the word that's coming up for me, but it was so vulnerable. It was just mesmerizing to watch, even, and seeing the way that she brought out her dominance, the way that she walked her through the process, the way that she established trust with her. It was truly, truly incredible to watch.
Yeah.
Then she taught us how to tie and do the whatever the knot was called, the basic knot.
Yeah.
And then we got to experiment with each other.
Yeah.
And that was so fun.
Just to try.
So Danny got to tie me up in rope first.
Yep.
And you had to pee. And so we got started a little bit late. And so it was harder for me to kind of drop in and get in the right headspace or subspace, if you will, because in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're behind. Now we're going to be rushed.
Yeah.
And
which we were.
Yeah, we were
We totally
a little bit rushed. And so needless to say, I'm excited to be able to try that again now that we're at home and get our own rope. And then on the reverse, being able to do the rope and tie you up in the rope was, again, like just mesmerizing. I'm generally in the sub roll, not usually in the dom roll, but in that instance, it was fun for me to be able to do that to you, and you seemed to enjoy it.
It was relaxing.
I know, and it's so funny that you say that, because I felt the same, and especially when we were watching it being demonstrated. But when you think of rope tying, I don't think most people think like, oh, this is going to be such a relaxing experience.
Right. Like you're just like, you feel like just maybe if it's like too tight or something, and I'm like,
yeah. I always just imagine like the rope would hurt my skin, and I don't like pain. Like even like pinching me hurts usually. And the rope was softer than I expected it to be. So
that's like rope made for it.
Yeah. So you're not just, I mean, some people like to just use like straight up rope from the hardware store, but they do make, usually sex stores. I know the sex store near us sells the softer kind of rope.
Well, she also said that she like soaked it in baby oil.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, yeah, do some research around this. And I'll be doing an episode in the future. I'm gonna see if Rena possibly can come onto the podcast to talk about shibari. If not, then another shibari expert for sure, because I'm now intrigued, and this is something that is going to be in our toolbox. Stop it! When you do that, the mic will pick up on your weird mouth noises.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, anything else you wanted to share about the
rope tying? We'll have to keep exploring on it.
Yeah. In
order to get, because literally it was just kind of more mesmerizing to watch. But then actually doing it, I was like, I don't know, something about it just seemed a little too complicated for me to do. Even being tied, it was just kind of like, it was relaxing, but I don't know. Yeah. I think now that we're home and we can do it in the privacy of our own home, not having other couples around us, or knowing that we're kind of being watched and like critiqued in a way, and also to not be rushed. That was a big thing. Like we were definitely rushed. So then we go into erotic blueprints. I won't spend too much time on here, but that was nice just to kind of do the recaps of the erotic blueprints. Learning a little bit more. So I'm an energetic blueprint, you're a sexual blueprint, and just learning how the two can play together. But then we did the fantasy storytelling. Oh yeah. That was fun. So I've done this exercise before with women. This was we've done a kinky meditation before where we've gone through this, but we haven't done it in the storytelling aspect. So no. Alexa walks us through basically imagining imagining our like most recent or best sex scene, and then from there creating a fantasy around it. So if our favorite scene is a level 1 and we're trying to get to a level 5, basically what happens next? What can be added or taken away, even that can make that experience more of a fantasy and really heighten it for you to a level 5. So maybe that's adding in other people. Maybe you're wearing something different. Maybe it's a different location. Maybe toys are included. I mean, so many options. Just whatever you can change it to turn it into that 5. Yeah. And so we went through this meditation, and then we got together within our couples. We engaged in eye gazing, and then we told each other our fantasy story. Yep.
So I told Danny my fantasy story. He told me his. Well, I told him mine first.
Yep.
And then he, I had to turn around. I'm blindfolded or I had my eyes closed. And then he had to take what he remembered from my fantasy story and then he had to tell it back to me or basically create a new story using the details that I gave him.
Creating a story on what she told me her fantasy was for her.
Yeah. And that was super sexy. So him just like, and again, there's couples all around. So he's behind me, whispering in my ears, changing ears back and forth, sharing with me my fantasy. So it was a little bit like listening to erotica, really.
Yeah.
So I think that's such a great exercise that couples can go through too, especially if you're kind of struggling with dirty talk or you're wanting to incorporate more dirty talk.
Right.
Such a good way. And then you told me yours, and then I got to do the same, whispering your fantasy back to you in your ear. I feel like I crushed it, honestly.
Crushed it.
He's like, I don't have much for you to go with. I said, good thing I have a creative mind.
Yeah. I just gave her the outlines.
It's like we're on a beach, we're getting a massage.
Whoa. What are you telling everybody? Come on now.
Aniston was somehow there.
Somewhere. You showed up out of nowhere.
That's fine. I can get down with some Jennifer Aniston. And so after this, we have dinner, and then that was our intentional date nights. This was your favorite night, so I'll let you explain what
how about it?
That was about.
So all the women left to start getting ready because the intentional date night, all the girls wanted to get themselves done up a little bit before dinner. And then as a collective, us guys just kind of picked areas around the property to have our date night. And it was, because there was areas where they had fireplaces around or in the hot tub or around the pool, where the other house had almost like another lounge area where we did most of our little exercises that they kind of put together, like nice paddings and pillows where you can just lay around. But then there was a massage table in the corner, and I called dibs. So Rachel got to experience. Well, we all did dinner, and then at the same time, they set up like a bunch of fruit for us to kind of make a plate together, chocolates. So then, like all of us guys, I mean, I wouldn't say all of us, but I know I did, made like a plate of chocolates and fruits and stuff. And then after dinner, it was just kind of like whoever, like how you're more than welcome to just go do your date. And so first thing was that Rachel got to experience. I gave her a massage for about 45 minutes. About 45 minutes. And then after that, we just so here's where the massage table is in this side, but then the other side of the room was that lounge area where we did all the stuff. And there was a couple there, but they left. So we just migrated over in that spot into where we just chilled out. They had like a nice galaxy light with like starlights all on the ceiling, very vaulted ceiling. So we were able to just like relax and chill out and snack on the fruit and chocolates and really talk about everything that we were experiencing throughout the retreat, and really going in depth of reality of post retreat reality on what it's going to bring to us and what we want to see come out of this. So that was just a huge way to kind of cap a date night on just like relaxation and good conversation on what this is actually going to bring back home for us. So
yeah, and thinking through the differences between emotional intimacy and physical intimacy, that really hit the nail on the head for both of us, because for me to experience that sensual massage first, like feel his intention, feel his love on me, also for him to be the one that was kind of in charge of the night, kind of setting up where we would go, making the plans, if you will. That's not something generally that happens. Generally when we're at home in our past life, pre-retreat life, I'm usually the one that is making the plans, figuring out where we're going to go, where we're going to go for dinner, what we're going to do, suggesting, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to go here? Do you want to do that? And so for him to be in charge that night, it was really nice. And then when we got to the intention space, I'm feeling all in my love bubble and all relaxed and everything. And then that opened the door for some really, really good, deep conversation. And it reminded me generally of our No TV Tuesdays when we do our bath nights together.
Yeah.
Like we always have good, deep conversations in the bath night. But we had already uncovered so much just in that 1.5 days that we'd been there, that there was just, it felt like just a new level of vulnerability for the both of us having those conversations or having the talk that night.
Yeah, but it was so easy because just a lot of walls were already so far down that it, like, everything was just so smooth for us to have those conversations. And that was perfect.
Yeah.
It really was.
It's like neither of us holding back, walls coming down, like you just said, no resentment for anything that either of us brought up for each other. So yeah, that was really good. And kind of bringing back, so that morning when you were doing the dynamic meditation and I was doing the breath work, we were having a shared experience simultaneously in 2 different areas of the property. So for me, in that breath work is where I really let go and released and forgave myself for the control that I've had on our relationship over the last 10 years. And then you on the other end, like you can share what kind of came up for you regarding me.
It was really just, I felt some resentment towards Rachel on just the way that the controlling aspect of it. And I felt like I've been holding some resentment on just the way that she, I wouldn't say like consistently, but it was just like that fact of, I felt like there was something like just kind of keeping a real tight hold on me. And that was really coming in strong. And to where it was at an instant moment, because us guys came and greeted the women out of their, share out of their women's circle and their breath work. We greeted them to bring them back in for breakfast. And right when I walked up, Rachel just said, "I'm sorry." That's all she said was, "I'm sorry." And literally, like, it just like it brought me, almost like took me down because of how much like I had that sitting there. And for her to say that just like completely crumbled that wall down. Yeah. So it was just a shared interaction that really brought a lot of connection to us.
Yeah, super weird. Like no one had cued. I didn't even share my experience after the breath work, actually, so no one would even have known what came up for me except for me. And I don't know if you shared with the guys, but there was it was nothing planned. It was just pure synchronicity, really. It was awesome. Yeah. So that was Friday. Our date night ended quite well. Yes. And then we get into Saturday, and Saturday morning we start the morning. We didn't start our gathering until 11. So we had quite a nice morning, a nice relaxing morning.
Well, I worked out.
Oh yeah, you did the workout with the guys.
Group workout.
Yeah.
That was loads of fun.
It did not look fun.
Loads of fun.
And then we started the morning talking about cultivating community. And this was definitely like an area of one of our intentions for the retreat, because we want this, like what we have established with these couples that were at this retreat, the openness, the depth, the support, the community. We want this in our relationships here at home. We want to be able to build a community of other couples that are willing to do the same work as we are. And so that's what that morning was really spent, really thinking about individually how we want to show up for our friends and how we are showing up for our friends. Yeah. And that was really nice just to get clarity and really kind of some aha moments for me anyways, like realizing if I'm asking of these things from my friends, I need to be willing to do the same, you know.
Mhm.
So there's some areas in my how I show up as a friend that I can definitely step up my game as well. And I think for both of us, really like venturing out and putting ourselves out there a little bit more to find, you know, couples that are willing to do this work, and within our friend groups already seeking out the ones that are willing to go on this, you know, similar journey as us,
Yeah.
and sharing with them how much it can change their relationship and who they are as a person.
Oh, of course.
And we also did another wagon wheel. We did the other half of the
Yeah.
wagon wheel. So the people that we didn't get to meet with the day before, we got to meet with them
Yeah.
that morning. And then such a fun, juicy afternoon. So after our break, we went into Dom sub dynamics. And so learning more of the energetics and the dynamics between dominants and submissives, learning the different like intro and inspection poses, if you will. So that was really neat, getting to practice with each other. Again, it was just like a very ramped up,
Yeah.
very sexual, very heavily sexual energy all of Saturday afternoon.
And then we got our photos done. They brought in a professional photographer to do just like a quick session with each couple. Whether they want to take like family photos or, you know, sexy photos, no matter what they want to do. And you go ahead and go from there.
We went sexy photos. And so I intended that we would just be like in our bedroom or whatever. And then I heard another couple were saying that they wanted to go out into the woods. And so we went out in the woods.
Which are like, the property had like small wooded area, like really on the outskirts, but then some like heavier brush, you know, before that. So it wasn't like woods, but it
felt like it.
It felt like it.
Neither of us decided to wear shoes when we walked out there.
Terrible choice.
Just the whole weekend you didn't wear shoes. Like no shoes were necessary the entire weekend. So we're walking. I'm like, oh my gosh, Danny had to give me a piggyback ride, like going out there. And
terrible choices.
Yeah, it sucked. It sucked. The ground was so hard and rocky and pokey and just so many things. So we started I was in lingerie, he was in his boxer briefs, and just taking some really nice, sensual, sexy photos that way. And then we decided to strip down in the woods. We did some implied nudes. Nothing like being naked together in the woods.
Yeah.
Naked and afraid. That's what I felt like.
I wasn't afraid, but
like no, the show like Naked and Afraid. Oh, sorry.
I know what you're
felt like we had to survive out there.
No, it was just very different.
Yeah.
So, but we got to do that.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it was fun.
You were nervous for that. I can
tell. A little nervous, but it was just weird.
You're not used to taking your clothes off for pictures?
No.
Just me, I guess.
Just you. So then right after was Kimmy. Yeah. And we were like the last ones to get our photos done. So they kind of got started with Kimmy, Kimmy Inch. She is a professional dominatrix. We
will also link her Instagram in the show notes because you need to give her a follow. She's so good.
Yeah, professional dominatrix and an absolute master at her craft. Really.
Yeah. That was your second time witnessing and experiencing Kimmy. She came to the men's retreat too.
She came to the men's retreat. Yes. Yeah.
So good.
Oh yeah. I mean, the first time was a little different though, because it was like 30 dudes all in this massive circle to watch her like professionally spank another guy. So I'm like, this is a little weird. You know, and then I just kind of like being in the couples goals and kind of already being you know, involved with spanking and stuff like that on just like Zoom calls and stuff, and the way that was explained to me. So I kind of like half-ass was there for the men's retreat, because I just was like, I kind of know a little bit, but at the same time it was just weird because it was just like all guys, and I kind of I didn't really take it as serious, but I caught the gist of it. But then it was just like all of us couples, there was a lot more intention put behind it. So it was quite a scene to watch her.
Yeah, we got to, so one of the girls volunteered first for the spanking, and such an intimate experience. Like, all of us were in tears basically at the just the connection, the vulnerability, knowing a little bit about this woman's past and what she's gone through and what she's came through on the other end. And then when she's being spanked, and Kimmy, and she explains to you like the intention behind the spanking and the importance of it, and why and how it works within your body, and how it can be so healing. And so Kimmy is, spanking her from behind, and then she asks her partner, her male partner, to then come in front of her and to make, eye connection and eye gazing with her. And
while getting spanked.
Yeah, while getting spanked. And he's like whispering and saying nice affirmations to her, telling her how proud he is of her and how beautiful she is. And just, I think we were all like,
I think a lot of us were like,
had tears in their eyes, if not like sobbing. And it was just, it's such a beautiful thing to be able to witness. And then we got to, did we then learn flogging, or then did we then?
No, we did our experience. Yep, we did the experience to where we took the dominant and submissive roles, to which then, because they let that couple kind of sit and kind of
That's right.
take some time, but then they kind of went more and more into going through the dom and sub role of spanking, and the sensual aspect of it, and the energetic, to where then we paired up, and like they kind of spread us around where we're not like right next to each other, clearly, giving each couple some space to practice that role and incorporate spanking.
And like be in our sexiness. It's one thing to like practice spanking, but it's another thing to be in the dom space and to be in the sub space and to practice spanking, like really letting yourselves get into it.
Because I know for a fact, like within seconds, I was hearing people just like, whack, whack, whack.
Moaning and like, and so then they cranked up the
music. They cranked up the music to where like, and also the speaker was pointing our direction, so it felt like no one's even around us. And so really nice. we got to go through that session, and that was hot.
That was my second, not my second favorite. That was one of my favorite moments too. So while we're in this practice together, I was already pretty into it. When I went to that women's retreat, that's when I discovered that I actually like spanking. And so it's something that we've been trying to incorporate more in our relationship here at home. And so I'm definitely enjoying the experience already. And then I feel a woman come from at my head, and I'm in like basically like a child's pose, / downward dog position. So my face is into the ground. I can't see, and my eyes are closed and everything. And I knew that Kimmy was going to be coming around. She asks, is there anybody that doesn't want to be touched or like to receive assistance or anything? And so I knew that there was an option that she might have been coming around, but for some reason I think it was the nails, like, because I noticed that Kimmy didn't have longer nails, but I know Alexa has longer nails. So I knew that it was actually Alexa that came up. And Alexa, I've been working with her for over 2 years. She knows me very, very well. She knows I'm an energetic blueprint. And so while Danny is asserting his dominance from behind me, I had to say it. Alexa comes up from the front side, and then she starts doing some more energetic touch. So very, very, very light touches over my arms, my back, and my hair, playing with my hair. And then, a very nice song comes on the radio, and she knows the words to the song. So then her movements start to match the beat of the song. She gets a little bit more, like, ramps up the intensity. She's pulling my hair. She's it was so nice. I feel
we kind of double teamed her.
I keep saying, I was like, I feel like I'm claiming this as my first official threesome now. And so proud to say that I was with Alexa Bowditch. someone who I love and trust so much. And yeah, it was super hot, like you said, very, very sexy to be a part of.
Mhm.
I'm also glad that you enjoyed it, even though you weren't the one that was receiving all of the nice things.
It's all good. It's all good.
It gives you pleasure to see me have pleasure, right?
That's correct.
That's right. So yeah, Saturday was just filled with so many fun, juicy things. So after that, we have dinner together. And then that's our last night. That was our sexy expression bioenergetic movement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
Mm-hmm. So Danny's first time experiencing this. Basically, just like a big dance temple where we're engaging with the other people, you're embracing your inner child, so you're dancing around like how your inner child would dance around. So we're all just skipping around like a bunch of idiots, like raising our hands over our, just like kind of playing like kids would. And then you have, well, I feel like I skipped ahead. So you start with your eyes closed and you're doing a little bit of breath work. You're just like getting into the vibe. Then you look down at your feet and you open your eyes just lightly. And then slowly she prompts us to go from looking down at the feet, then to looking to the ankles, then the knees, then the waist and the chest. And then
so clearly you don't know who you're around.
Yeah. So you're just walking unless you like memorize what people
you're kind of like grooving around, but then you're like trying to like step on people's feet.
Yeah.
But then you clearly like aren't going to be near who you think you're going to be near, unless if you truly studied their feet, which
or what what they were wearing,
right? So then next thing you know, like everyone's heads are up and the music gets pumped up, and then it's just like you're dancing, and then she just basically yells out like the next person you lock eyes with is your part, like you're dancing with them, and then it's just like a quick maybe like 45 seconds, minute at most, of just you and that person like dancing with each other, no matter what comes to mind, like whatever flow comes into your mind, and then it's a quick like give thanks and move on, like so where you're not like sitting there like talking. There's no talking really at all. It was laughing at points, a lot of laughing, but then you just keep going, and then the next person you lock eyes with, you like join each other with a hand, and you like just dance together with that hand, the rest of your body, but you're like holding hands no matter what you're doing. It's just with a hand. And then again, same situation. And then the next person you lock eyes with is two hands, and then you just got to do whatever. And for some, I know me and I know you, like you get locked up with not just other women, you're getting locked up with like just another dude or another female, and you're just like dancing along with whatever. It's nothing stupid.
Yeah.
Like we're just dancing. And
but by then it was like, again, we had so much love for each other already, so much trust, so much, we had all gone through so much together that weekend, so there for me was like still some layers of awkwardness, but just like dancing and like that is not my jam. I'm sure you loved every second of
it. Yeah, I let it all go.
But we had to do silly things like I just mentioned, like in capturing your inner child, then your inner cat, then your inner monkey. So
cat, which that was a fucking joke. As like not a bad joke, but like just funny because like everyone's just crawling on the ground.
Yeah, like raring.
You get and again, like you lock eyes with someone and you got to dance with that person as your cat. And the woman I paired up with, we couldn't not laugh and just didn't do anything, just laugh.
Yeah.
But then monkey, and then you pick an animal, like you become your animal. And that was funny.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you explain the next part.
Oh, the dance circle.
Well, the women and the men.
Oh yeah. So then so then the women, we had to do an inner and an outer circle again. And us women, the men had to be in the outer circle, and they were instructed to hold space for us. And then the women, we had to go around and
just
dance, like show our inner feminine and dance for each of the men and make eye contact with every man in the circle. Oh Yeah, it was very, very vulnerable, very intimate exercise. And so after the women did that, then we got kind of back into our closer knit circle, and then we had to kneel, and the men had to dance around us in their outer circle, and basically we were kneeling to them and admiring them and their manliness.
That's right.
You liked that part.
That's right. I did like that part. That was my favorite part.
Having all these women kneeling down to you.
Nah, I wouldn't say that, but it was just fun. It was just like you got to be, you know, the guy.
The guy, yeah,
The guy.
true. Got to be seen.
Uh-huh.
And then we ended with a dance circle. So everybody's in just one big circle, and then couples tagged each other in, and that was.
We were the last ones to go.
We were the last ones to go.
And I think we got cut short.
You do?
I thought so.
Oh, I thought it was the perfect amount of time.
But then at the end, it was just like you slow dance with your person and get to enjoy just kind of being with your person for the last little bit.
Yeah.
And that was it, honestly. But everyone's sweating.
Yeah, so sweaty.
Sweating.
Well, we were all standing there like getting ready to start, and I was like, you should probably take your shirt.
Yeah.
One of the guys was like, if this is anything like last time. And then he takes off a shirt. I was like, yeah, you should probably take off your shirt.
I was like, wait, what are we about to do here?
I
thought it was like a dance party.
The guys just started taking off their shirts.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But then, needed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Needed it. And then, and then we finished the night with everyone. We were just kind of chilling out by the hot tub. And I think only one couple wasn't with us. And you know, Jordan and Alexa, since they only lived like 20 minutes away from the house, they left.
Yeah.
And handful of the rest of us couples just kind of, the hot tub there was huge.
Excuse me, that was a sneeze.
It's okay, I figured. But then so we just all got to sit around the hot tub and kind of recap some situations, and shout out to Billy who brought it up. He was like the first one. He just was like, what was the most memorable moment that you've had so far? Yeah. And it was just like, wow. So people and all of us in a circle, you know, we kind of popcorn people, you know, to where it's not just like, oh, she goes, I go, and then the next couple, you know, it was literally just individual people. And so that was really cool. That was nice. Just kind of like everyone hearing everyone's perspective on what they deemed as like the most memorable for them, and just explaining it as well. Yeah, that was really nice. Good like recap. Yeah, and then we did like another round robin of how we met. Oh yeah, how each couple met, and like what the process has been to get to now. Yeah, so it was kind of cool hearing a lot of backgrounds. Yeah, other stories. It was good. The weekend, again, just so good. The Sunday morning, we left Sunday morning, again, had a nice slow morning, just kind of packing up, getting things together. We ended with an exercise called Remembering the Future, where and everybody's in a circle, and you had to stand up for 55 seconds, close your eyes in front of everyone, and share basically a year from now, but speaking as if it's present time. So you're speaking as yourself a year from now, speaking on what happened for you over the year's been over what has been like over the past year. Yeah. And that was super powerful, just hearing what everybody wants, you know, what everybody's working towards and their vision for their future and everything. And I've been practicing that now. So it's Wednesday that we're recording this. So for the last 3 days, I've started incorporating that into my morning routine, because that is manifesting, right? Like that is the power of manifestation. So now when I'm driving home from the gym, I'm getting all amped up in my car on the way home, like speaking about my future as if it's happening. And it's pretty fun. So, so that was our couples retreat experience. That was our couples retreat. Yeah. It was so good. It was fucking fantastic. And the weather was nice. Yeah. Yeah. At least so Thursday we got there and it was pretty much like on and off because they were talking about a storm. and it stormed overnight. And then literally Friday and Saturday were gorgeous, like the whole time.
Yeah, got to use a lot of the guys use the pool.
Yeah.
Hot tub pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Again, no shoes, like warmer clothes, shorts.
Barely wore my shirt half the time. And
Yeah.
then Sunday, everyone gets up and we're loading because we helped load up and pack up, and it's like, well, guess we're going back home because it was like 50 degrees and cold, and I'm like, well, it was meant to be.
Yeah,
we're coming back home.
Yeah,
to it even being colder, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
It was good. Yeah. I'm glad that we did the experience. We definitely look forward to doing more of these experiences. Hopefully one day running our own experiences like this. One day. You gave me the oh shit eyes like I was gonna make an announcement or something.
Like, what did you not tell me?
The Maine's couple retreat is coming up in
shit. Not ready.
One day.
Yes.
So thank you for listening to our story.
Absolutely.
If you have questions, if you are interested in doing anything like this yourself, definitely reach out to Sex and Love Co. Couples Goals, again, is the program that we did, and that was the name of the retreat. Alexa and Jordan are amazing. And yeah, we look forward to just continuing to do this work so that we can continue to share our experiences with you all and the things that we're learning along the way, and hope that inspires other individuals and couples to do the same work because it's so good. So
he wants to meet you.
Yeah. Okay, y'all, have a great day. Thanks for listening.
Have a good one.
Thank you so much for listening to today's show. If you loved it, be sure to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And if you really fucking loved it, make sure to tag me on social media at @TheRachelMaine. I'll see you next week.